Jim.
Everyone left me. They all left me.
Thanks, Anthony.
Fucking faggots, they all left me.
Well,
Yeah.
now that they're gone.
Yeah.
Now that they're gone, those two are cramping your fucking style and bringing you down so hard.
Thanks, Carl.
Everybody knows it except for you.
It's cramping my style.
To you, baby.
That's what I hear. I don't know though. What am I going to do? Carl, you're going to be in Philly, huh?
Yeah.
God damn it! It's going to be a big soiree.
I know. I'd like to come to the Big Bash. It's going to be quite an event, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm sure there'll be an end of summer maybe a summer solstice party at some point.
I got a little preview from the Nassau County Police Department Saturday.
Oh.
They showed up at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning because that party was going from Friday into Saturday, and apparently the music was very loud for many hours.
Yeah. Well,
Help.
that's going to be cool.
Hello?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, who's that?
Well, you guys called me. I don't know.
Hi. Diana, I got bad news.
Yeah, what? Colin, what?
The party, there's a kibosh on the party, apparently, for...
What? No.
There's no party. The party's end. I mean, you're not invited, I'm not invited. We're both out.
Oh, that's a shame.
Anthony's got a full guest list. There'll be another summer solstice at the end of the year, I bet, you know?
I'm thinking, Labor Day. There's usually
Maybe
a big
Labor Day
party, but again, Lady Di.
Some nice culottes we had out there.
Culottes.
Some nice culottes, you know.
Lady Di, you can't come
Anthony,
to my house.
Anthony,
What?
All right, I can't come to your house. But if you ever invite me to your house, me and Marion to your house, we would definitely behave ourselves.
It's impossible for you to behave yourself. It's impossible for you to behave yourself. It's not within your person to behave yourself.
What are you talking about?
And then you have accidents. You think I want you having an accident in my pool like a child at a water park?
No.
I have to close it off and shock the pool?
Oh.
He's holding that one. He's holding that one incident against you. I mean.
One incident. She craps herself. She pukes. She pisses.
I don't do
Everybody
that anymore. That was a virus.
Oh, it was a virus. That's what I want. A virus in my pool. That's what I want.
No, you don't have a virus. You're not going to have a virus.
If you go in my pool and take a dump in there or puke, there will be a virus. I will have to clear the pool out. It will ruin the party.
Do that.
Lady Di, he's just trying to be funny for the show.
No, I'm not. Yeah. And then she'll be going up to members of my family, my Uncle Tony. Hi, you're Uncle Tony. Hi, I'm Lady Di. She's like, who gives a shit? He'd be like, who gives a shit?
Lady Di is exaggerating.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that we would behave if we were ever
You can't behave. You ever hear the story?
Yes, I can.
You ever hear the story of the scorpion that needed to go across the lake, and it was going to ride on the frog's back?
Yes. Give me the story of the scorpion that ran into Ugly Betty in the bathroom.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
There's a scorpion, and he needs a ride across the river.
Where's he going?
And into the frog to the other side.
Then why does he take a boat?
He doesn't have a boat. He's going to ride on the frog's back, and the frog goes, "No way, you're a scorpion. You'll sting me." And he goes, "Look, I'm not going to sting you."
Oh, is this the one where he goes, "You knew I was a scorpion"?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead, tell the story.
Well, Lady Di is a big, fat, disgusting scorpion.
Exactly. A whale needed to ride across a lake, and the frog said, "Why'd you shit on me?" And she said, "You knew I was an alcoholic, and I got on your back."
I love that story.
I would definitely not misbehave.
You can't. Do you understand?
And anyway, I'd be hanging out with Colin a lot if both of us were invited.
Oh, yeah. Carl would love that.
A nice pair of culottes.
Culottes. He wants her to wear culottes. It's 1976.
I didn't say anything about wearing a culotte.
The bicentennial.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything about wearing a culotte or anything
she doesn't know what she's even talking about.
Booty shorts are
I do.
No, you don't. You have conversations on a tape delay.
Yes.
It's always 3 seconds late, and then you just blather on.
I would have anyone else over my house before I would have Lady Di over my house. That's how despicable and embarrassing she is.
I think people want to see her at your party, though.
No.
Opie, you're going, right?
No.
Why?
Yes, Colin.
I got my own thing going on.
Wow.
Not as exciting, but I got my own thing going on.
Excuse me.
Yes,
excuse me.
Yes, Lady Di.
Where's Opie?
Right here. I had to take a leak. I'm back.
Opie's speaking, and she goes, "Where's Opie?" She asks Opie, "Where's Opie?"
I've been back 2 minutes.
Opie.
Yeah.
Opie.
Okay.
Lady Di swore.
Yeah.
That her and Marion would not act up in Anthony's.
You gotta have them at your
They're
house.
incapable of not act. They can't not act up.
You gotta have them at your house.
No.
She'd be fine.
She gets a few in her. Oh, and then she just starts mouthing off to my family and friends. How embarrassing would that be?
You gotta have Marion the tough guy at your house.
Like Fredo's girl at the wedding.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Could you take care of them? Yeah, you take care of it, Mike.
Never be a fan of a WAP.
What, Lady Di?
The only one I know from your family is your brother Joe.
Oh, yeah, Joe's asking for you.
Wow, you interrupted everything for that.
Right, for that.
So glad we all know that
Yeah,
now.
but Lady Di...
We all now know that you've met Brother Joe.
If you were
I also know your cat. I see him all the time.
If you were there...
Wow. Once again,
Little
interrupting everything to tell the world that you know Anthony's cat.
Little Beeve. If you were there, though, you would start yapping to all my friends and family, and they'd be like, "Who is this disaster?"
I think people would like to see them at your house.
Well.
I'm very good with animals. That's for sure.
What? Of course you are.
How about when Anthony decides, after a couple, he decides it's starting to get to be twilight, he decides to take you upstairs.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
The only way I'd take her upstairs is to reenact that scene from The Omen.
What, where she jumps off the entire balcony, comes with her?
I did it for you, Anthony.
Yeah. And then she's laying with a broken fucking femur on the bottom of the thing in the top of the house.
But she didn't spill her drink.
What?
I mean, it's your house.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what
Thanks
to
for
do.
telling me.
Sure you
that.
can.
Oh, okay.
Right. But the whole thing is, I mean, if you did invite me and Marion and even Bobo, we would behave ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I say yes.
Bobo's been there twice, actually.
Yeah, Bobo has been there a couple
to
times.
2 of my parties.
I have
Lady Di,
Yeah.
if you go to Anthony's house, what could he expect? Walk us through this.
Oh, God.
he would expect me to lounge around in a lounge chair.
Okay.
Oh, great.
That means
Let me get my welder over to reinforce those.
and that means pass out. By the way, that's not lounging. She'll
Yes,
pass out in a lounge chair.
No. Having a few drinks.
And
preferably
shitting in my
natty ice.
pool.
Would you shit in Anthony's pool or his
Shit in
hot
the
tub?
pool.
If I feel like it, I would go for a swim.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
I wouldn't even get in that pool.
Would you be mad if she shit in your jacuzzi
Oh, my God.
and wrecked the party?
Oh, the water coming. I have a little waterfall that goes from the jacuzzi into the fucking pool. It would look like all the mud coming out when Newman tried to steal that shit from the Jurassic Park and the mud covered it up. That's what it would look like coming. Diarrhea.
Hey, Di.
I'm never going to live that down, am I? What?
Would
you're not.
Would you go skinny dipping?
Let's see.
Yes, you would.
Only if everybody else would.
Good answer. Good
And
answer.
I really doubt that.
The name in itself makes it impossible for you to do it.
I can skinny dip if I want to.
No, you can't.
You could fat dip.
You
is what they're
fat
saying.
dip. You
could chubby
obese
dip.
dip.
Yeah. Yes.
Hold on.
You onion dip.
You could pig dip.
Yeah. What? All right.
I love this abusive relationship.
Wait, what
here.
is Bill saying?
Oh, please smack her.
No, nothing. I asked him if he put the 12-pack in the refrigerator.
Of course.
Jesus Christ.
You guys have really political conversations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell him to shut up, Di.
What?
Tell him to shut up.
I don't know. I don't have to tell him to shut
Did
up.
you?
He just said
Did you put the 12-pack in?
Huh? He put it in.
Okay, great.
How many natty ices today?
Oh, gee, I knew you were going to ask that. Open.
Oh boy, did you?
Wow, you're sharp.
You're
Sharp
on
as
to
a
me.
tack.
Second one.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, that's it for now.
Yeah.
Second one.
Slowing down.
9 a.m.
You know, it's only 9 on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Why not?
I know.
2 for Tuesday.
There you go. Have a twofer. Oh, Lady Di, I would never have you over my house.
What if Colin brings her, though? Is Colin going to the party?
Colin can. He's going to be
I have to be in Philly.
In Philly.
If he has one of those late August or, a light in August or maybe a nice Labor Day party,
I'm definitely having another party and then at least one more party before the Labor Day party. But this is like one of the real big catered events that I'm having. And it's my sister Dawn's big birthday party, so we got that going, too. Same day.
Who's going to DJ? Di, they don't even have a DJ. Do you know how to...
Lady Di is gone, and I don't know what happened.
Oh.
I think Bill might have yanked the phone
She's
out
gone,
of her hand.
and there's nothing we could do about it.
Exactly. Like fucking Marion Howard's neighbor. She fucking yanked the phone out. She was tired. He tired of her yapping.
Choking her right now. Her toupee's coming off. It's like, you're going to get my money.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah, he's choking her with a cell phone.
Yeah,
she's gone.
I don't need her over.
No.
House. Hopefully, she was beaten with the phone by her abusive roommate.
All right, guys.
Well, Carl, thank you. Thank you for calling
I'm
and
glad we enlightened a lot of
squaring that away. That whole thing. Have fun in Philly.
Thanks.
Where are you going to be?
I'm at the Philadelphia Theater Company through July 4th weekend.
Nice. Very cool.
How are ticket sales? You going good?
No, ticket sales are just going swimmingly.
Swimmingly.
No, you're there for a month. You're not going to sell out every night, but it's going quite well.
Oh, that's
very good, Carl.
Good for you, Carl.
Are you filming it?
No, actually, that kind of fell through, but
It's a great show. It's a great show, man.
That shouldn't fall through.
It fell through. What can I say?
Well, do it yourself then.
Yeah, I guess I could.
I'm serious.
Strap a GoPro to your head.
What the hell? How'd you get back?
Whoa! Yes.
I'm back again.
I heard about my special falling through.
I wanted to ask Colin a question.
I hope it's related to my special falling through. I was in the middle of
all right. No, I wanted. This is about car service for me.
Oh.
About yourself again.
Get out there, aren't you, young lady? I like your spunk.
I mean, are you there?
Oh,
yeah,
my God!
Okay. Now, no, I heard something about car service.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Come and get me and bring me over to Anthony's house.
I can only hope it ends up like Tracy's.
I did say...
Jesus.
Oh, no,
wow.
Don't say that.
Wow. Hey, what? It's not anything against Tracy. It's against Di.
I did say that, Diana, but apparently we may have to put a pin on that one until Labor Day.
Put a pin in that one?
Anthony, sounds like it's
Okay, well, how about if we get invited over for Labor Day?
Well, we'll see about that, but he's standing strong on this July 4th.
Oh, my God. I mean, I would really like to go to Anthony's house.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
I don't blame you.
You're not going to. It ain't going to happen.
Oh, Anthony.
Well, you know what? We got this late start. That doesn't mean it's over. Never lose hope, Di.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have such a big house, you won't even know I'm there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen.
We'll see about Labor Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're always invited over to my house.
Yeah, great. That's good. And if I need to increase the bed bugs at my house, I'll go to your house.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know you're just saying.
You, Opie, and Jimmy are always invited over here.
I'm just saying no.
Everybody.
If Colin goes, I go.
Where, the guy's house?
Yeah.
All right, maybe we'll go in July when I get back. Yeah.
Have an outbreak suit.
We'll do a little soiree.
We don't have a swimming pool, unfortunately. So.
Oh well, yeah. Do you have like a hose? A little sprinkler
to pool the pond.
Let's get a sprinkler going. We could do that in your backyard.
No, I don't know if the landlord would like that.
Oh,
a sprinkler?
Doesn't this sound like a pisser? Doesn't that just sound like a pisser going to her house?
We have a backyard and a barbecue. That's just about it.
Oh, that's nice.
Great, I'm there.
Yeah.
All right.
Would you go there?
Okay.
No.
I would go for the goof.
I would just like for...
you're shaped like a Weber grill.
Opie, Jimmy, Sam, and maybe even Adrian, the intern, and Colin to come over.
All right, we'll make that happen.
Sitting in busted up lawn furniture from the 70s.
Especially Colin.
What's going on?
I'd like Colin to be here.
nice big box of those Mikey burgers.
We have to let you go, you monster.
Yeah.
You monster. All right, our guests are here, so we got to go.
Thank you, Lady Di.
All right.
Thank you, Colin Quinn.
Oh, come on in. Don't worry about being quiet. No, don't even worry about being quiet. Come right in.
All right, we got to go to these guys.
A seat.
We're having a crazy day here.
Oh, my God.
Welcome.
Thank God you guys got here. Thank God you guys got here. No, that's good. If you need to adjust the volume, do you have any volume in there? Because sometimes they just don't do
it's
that.
Pretty, I could even
It sounds good.
Oh, there we go. Oh, turn it down a little.
Lovely.
You don't want tinnitus.
No one wants tinnitus.
Ringing in your ears.
I know the ringing. I don't want it.
No, you
it's
don't
like
want the
someone's
ringing.
thinking about me all the time in my head.
That hates you.
Yes, that hates me. My ears are ringing. It must be. No.
Somebody smells really good.
Oh,
Me.
thank you.
It's really nice. It's a delightful
He
scent.
smells like an angel.
Yeah.
Smells like an angel.
You know, it's the one thing we can control, guys, right?
That is
our
true.
smells.
Yes, our scent. Our scent. Are you wearing anything special or just clean?
Just clean.
Just clean guy?
Lots and lots of deodorant.
That's
lots of
good.
reapplication.
Reapplying throughout the day.
During the day.
Secrets.
That's good.
Yep.
Learning
That
secrets.
is learning some secrets.
I kind of like when a woman doesn't wear deodorant. I always wear. No, I'm telling you, there's something sexy about that. If a woman doesn't wear it, I kind of like.
You like a little musk?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do.
All the time? Like when you're out to dinner or?
Yeah, it doesn't matter to
Oh,
me.
wow.
My ex-girlfriend wore it one time. It smelled so bad that like I saw someone do a double take when they walked by.
And were you just like,
Yeah, it was really. I quite enjoyed it. I was like, good for you. And she was humiliated.
Wow.
But I enjoyed it.
I
Fantastic.
feel that you're the first person that said that. Like, that will always
Yeah.
be my special memory
Really?
of you.
Oh yeah, no. There's
Makes
plenty
sense.
of people that
You just like a dirty pit.
yeah, a little bit.
A clammy pit. Okay.
Yeah, but on a man, it's probably gross. I get why a woman wouldn't want that on a guy.
Yeah.
Disgusting. So you,
Put on a woman. Mwah.
Yeah, that's
yeah, it smells.
little something extra.
Could be
Smells
a
nice.
major turnoff, though.
Nice.
It smells not right.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
But I guess you're married.
How
I mean,
did we get here?
I don't know. I just
Great.
It smelled good. We're talking
This
about
is a
scent.
good.
Yeah.
How you do?
Oh, yeah. Fine, how do you do?
I mean, really.
Is it nice to go on tour together and kind of like plug, or is it?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, if we're weird. We like to be together all the time.
Can you imagine
so.
if I was
That
like,
is
no.
weird.
Somebody get me out of
It's a
here.
strange thing for
This
a
is a
married couple.
nightmare.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's been really fun. We just got in last night, right? So
Yeah, last night.
kind of a quick whirlwind, fun time.
Yeah, it's weird because people always like to get away from their spouse and they go out and like you hear. But I guess it's nice if you enjoy each other.
Yeah,
Yeah, we enjoy each other, so it's been good.
we do. Apparently, we don't get. See, he's a really mellow guy, so I think that helps. We don't seem to get sick of each other.
Yeah.
Maybe this show is where it all turns around.
This could be a good jump off point for getting sick of
We've
each other.
driven a lot
It
of
was
people to
never,
divorce.
It was never the same.
Yeah.
Started
It
about
was
midway
just
through the
after
show.
that how long have you been married though?
This will be
Coming on 9 years.
Coming on 9
Oh
years.
man, yeah, that is a cracking point.
Probably.
That's really 8 and 3/4 years.
That's
This is what
about
it's-
as long as I lasted. 9 years.
We've been together like 12, like 13.
Yeah.
So
We were incompatible after 9 years, me and my wife.
it just changed.
You were incompatible after
Yeah.
that. Hold on, you were incompatible that your wedding night. You've said it.
Well, that's true.
He cried on his
I
wedding
didn't
night.
like that. Yeah.
After he got
That was-
married, he
And it wasn't because it was a beautiful moment.
You got married and then burst out crying?
It was
That
the
night.
kind of tears of regret that you know.
Oh my
Yeah. I was like, oh no, did I
None
do
of
this?
that before? You had none of that feeling
Oh,
leading
I
up to it?
knew. I knew. I was on that roller coaster thing where you get up to the top and it's like, I can't get off now. I should have gotten off. I should have just jumped.
Yes,
It was,
apparently.
You should
yeah.
have listened to those
At least I
tears.
got out of it fast.
Did
9 years.
Did you cry publicly, or was it a solo
It was a very
cry?
private moment. It was just me and my wife, and she was passed out drunk, so she didn't see it. It was our wedding night.
Gosh.
Marriage wasn't
romance.
consummated that evening because of
my God.
alcohol.
There's that.
Yeah.
Have you got on other radio shows where people have just kind of opened up and begun to break down in front of you?
This is the first.
It's a real. We're learning about sense.
9 years though. That is kind of a tricky time. That was when I decided I wanted to have sex with other girls.
There's that, sure.
And that will usually throw a little monkey wrench into a marriage.
It's probably not great for a marriage.
No, especially one that was never good from day one. It was like really bad. I bought my engagement ring at a jewelry store in Penn Station on my way up to propose. I was like, I gotta do this. It was really bad.
It was an old Pepsi pull tab.
Yes, it was one of those
like
one size fits all, like the gumball machine with the split bottom, so you could.
I don't want to make this a depressing interview.
I know, what the hell?
Let's talk about genocide.
Yeah, enough about me.
There's the upswing.
You people talk about me for a while.
How did you guys meet?
We met at the Groundlings Theater. We met in an improv class. And Ben did like a really super creepy guy in prison.
I was so creepy. I did an inmate. I was like, because I didn't know. I was like, oh, I'll do a monologue. Oh, I'll be an inmate. And I'm like, hi, Jerry. And I thought it would be maybe sort of funny, and nobody did. But then there's Melissa, and she's sort of smiling. And I was like, hey, one person likes this.
For some reason, I was like, hey, that guy's super creepy. I think I'm going to marry him.
That's my kind of guy.
It was really odd. And for some reason, I was like, he's odd. He'll be mine.
He will be mine.
They have like an amazing history of comic talent at Groundlings,
yeah, it's
too.
crazy.
Yeah. I think they kind of get overlooked because everybody talks about like Second City, who are great, but people don't talk about the Groundlings as much as they should.
It just so many people. I mean, Phil Hartman and Will Ferrell and Sherry O'Terry and Kristen Wiig and Annie Momolo. Like it's pretty crazy.
Who are these people?
I'm just naming family members. My Aunt Marlene, my Aunt Uncle Jerry, Little Tim, Big Tim, Big Little Tim.
So you were just kind of doing like improv scenes there?
Yeah, you start kind of doing improvising, and then as you move up in classes, you start writing, and that's where it's kind of gets crazy because it was the first time I ever wrote anything, and they literally say, go out in the hallway, you have 5 minutes, and write a monologue. Here's your topic.
Wow,
and it
damn!
Was I was like, what?
And hers is really good. I was like, what? What? I'm doing creepy inmates over here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was good. I was afraid to write it, so I would just kind of stand there with a blank page, and I would improvise.
And just wing it and be like, yeah, I wrote some good stuff here.
I was too nervous because I was like, I don't know how to write. So I literally would just stand there with a fake page, and then Ben was the only one that when I sat back down, he goes, I know your page is blank. I know what game you're running.
I write very light in pencil. You just didn't see it.
That's better to do, though. That's so smart because you can just kind of go out anywhere you want to and just act like it was a part of it.
And it'll seem brilliant, like you wrote it.
Yeah.
Did you write in that stuttering and just staring for 30 seconds?
Yes. Yes. It's a series of dashes and stars.
Came off as very uncomfortable.
It almost seemed like you had no idea what you were going to say. She really does awkward well.
I was doing a scene in acting class, and it was just so like you're doing a scene, and you're like, oh my God, this is terrible and unbelievable, and they're all just silently humiliated for me.
Ooh,
yeah, it's really awkward. Feeling.
I mean, for sure. I mean,
there's nothing quite like tanking
at the Groundlings. I mean, and comedy. I mean, comedy's so honest. You're just out there.
Yeah.
Like, here's the part where people should theoretically be laughing, and you're looking at me like you'd love to slaughter me.
And it's when you try harder because you're like, this one's gonna kill him, and then it's just all you feel is thick hate coming back. We've done stuff where, like, literally as the lights came up, I don't know why, but like in rehearsals, it's like, this is so funny. The lights came up for a live audience, and the second those lights come up, you think, there's nothing funny about this.
You're like, oh,
and
God.
now I'm in for 4 minutes, and I've got a stupid wig on and like a crazy outfit, and the audience you just see arms crossing and people like just shaking their head and hating your guts, and you're like, oh, there's no way to make it quicker.
Yep,
it's got to be almost over. Okay, that was 10 seconds.
Yep.
No, it's just stretching.
It's
stretches are hard because you can't get out of it. You can't say. I go on SNL, I'm like, what do you do if it's bombing? You just got to commit to it.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right, because it seems like a stand-up. Could you kind of like, you're like, oh, this whole thing seems weird. I'm going to go this way or that way. And in a sketch, you're theoretically pretending to be this person. So unless you're saying, you tell the audience, I am no longer this person. I'm no longer doing this.
Do not acknowledge the previous person that I was. Yeah, because Jimmy talks about doing stand-up and how if it's not going well, you can you could acknowledge that it's not going well.
Yeah,
you could change direction.
Right. The old thanks, good night.
Or just bail, right?
Or you can just really cleanse yourself and turn on them. That's always really satisfying when you can just blame them. But if you're in the scene, man, that's really difficult.
Yeah. You don't know what it's like to be up here.
Yeah, like that works. Tom Hanks in Punchline. That's what most stand-up is like.
Yikes!
It's real. It's real, guys.
Are you still doing Mike and Molly?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I go back in about three or 4 weeks.
How many years is that for you guys?
This will be going into our 5th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That went fast.
That's a nice crew. There's a good stand-up. Mr. Billy Gardell. What a dreamboat. He's just a nice guy.
Yeah, he's like
every day he comes in his like beautiful 1950s car, usually playing nothing earlier than like, I don't even know if he dabs into the 60s. Like it's like something from the 1950s in his car. And then every day, literally, is like, well, they let me on the lot again. Like, just everyday surprise. He's like, look at this. The card still works.
Right.
Like, he's about the best guy in the world, so.
But that's a true stand-up. Just never believing anything is actually happening. That's good. The actors are all buying homes in season 1, and he's like, oh, fuck it, a $300 a month rent until we're in syndication. That's just the comic. You keep expecting things to fall apart.
Yes,
they usually
expect
do.
The worst.
Yeah.
Expect the worst.
Was that your first major gig or no?
No, not on TV. I had a little part on a show that ran for 7 years called Gilmore Girls. So little tiny part on it, but it was nice steady work for 7 years. So that was like my first job where I'm like, oh my God, I get a paycheck every week.
On a TV talk show, that would have gotten an applaud right there, though, where it's like, on a show, Gilmore Girls, woo! And it's like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I would have gotten that, like, Tonight Show or something. Yeah. You remember the Gilmore Girls?
Thank you, I guess. I love when people come out and want that applause right away.
Yeah,
They pause before the clap. Everyone's like, oh, don't do that.
Sometimes applause are so awkward. The worst is the Happy Days character coming on, like Chachi or somebody. Come on. Hey, Mr. C, woo! And they gotta stand there, kind of look around, but still be in character.
I feel like what was the dad's name? Tom Bosley.
Yeah,
would literally like tip of the old hat, just break character, not even try to be like. He literally took a bow. I was like, all right.
There's that one, and then there's the weird thing that doesn't happen these days in music, but in like the 70s, the middle of the song applause.
Really?
Where it was like Barry Manilow, it would be dun, 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 I write the songs that woo, and everyone would applaud in the middle of the song, like when he changed key or something. And it was like, why would they do this?
You're ruining the melody.
Yeah,
ruining the melody.
And I really did like I Write the Songs.
But really, if Barry was here and singing, I would applaud all the way through.
You Light Up My Life was another middle of the song applause. Dun, dun, and you. I love you, Barry. Wait for the end. They couldn't even wait for the end.
Happy Days and Barry Manilow. You couldn't be on a more pop culture relevant radio show.
Look at me. Yes, I'm on a virtual super train of. No, they remember that show?
I do. I do actually.
We just talked about Angie Dickinson and really rounded out.
Yes.
How sexy was she in Dressed to Kill though? When she dropped that glove and the guy waved it, and then they had sex, and then she got killed in the elevator.
Sexier when OJ dropped the glove.
So you're
and we're back.
Yes.
Thank you.
What is the movie about? 'Cause we only have a few minutes of you.
Oh, Tammy. Yeah, that's why we're here. Tammy is hello. Ben and I wrote this. We worked on it about 5 or 6 years, and it's about my character Tammy that basically cannot get out of her way and hates her job, hates her marriage. Kind of is in this terrible little town, and we figured how hard does she have to get hit to kind of get off the hamster wheel. So we hit her pretty hard, take away her job, to kind of take away every single thing, and she's got to get out of town. And the only one with a car is her drunk, alcoholic grandmother, played by the delightful Susan Sarandon. And we hit the road.
Yeah.
And go
Fun.
see Kathy Bates.
Yeah, and you get to see
Oh,
Kathy
nice.
Bates.
And Dan
there you
Aykroyd
go.
and Allison Janney. And
Yeah, it's a really
kind of
funny
dreamy cast.
It's a funny, wild, thing.
Why did it take 5 years? Were you guys just kind of taking your time with it, or is it hard for anybody just to get
Lazy.
something
We were
made?
just- we took long breaks.
Busy.
We did like
Jeez.
one word a day, so it kind of took
I need a break.
No, we started it, when we had the idea, and then it took a while before anybody was like, yeah, we'll read it. So when they were finally ready, we were like, yes, we actually have something.
But it's even if you have trouble getting stuff read, that's just depressing for the rest of us. 'Cause if you have to go through the hoops, none of us have a shot. at getting it
Oh,
read.
no way.
You got to get some clout first.
I gotta get
you
some
got some clout. That's what happened.
Are you handling all the success well? Because you're like in the last 5 or 6 years, you're really through the roof.
It's pretty delightful. It's nice to work. I just always wanted to work steadily and to stop worrying about my electric bill and stop looking in my couch for random change to fill up my tank. So the fact that I'm
terrible,
I'm just
yeah.
going to use my ATM. I can go and fill up gas without
bet there's even
without
money
a
in it.
hot sweat of panic.
Thank you for answering my fucking old grandmother question that I asked. Oh boy, you're going through the roof. How has it been treating you? I should be executed. You fucking asshole. Zilch.
And you pretty much.
He was giving me hot milk while he was asking me that question. Just little tiny sips of warm milk.
Nana.
Spoons.
Yeah, you look chilly. All right, so they
got to go.
Oh, yes. You're promoting.
Listen, guys,
So
it's really delightful, though.
Tammy is in theaters next Wednesday, July 2nd. You don't even need much help plugging it. Obviously, your films always do well.
That's a good date
fuck
movie.
it. Don't
right?
say it like that. That's almost like, don't go. Who cares?
He would say
Son of a
date
bitch.
movies. It's a
Good
great
date movie.
There you go.
Great date movie.
See,
Great date
it really
movie.
is.
People don't want to go to
There's
like scary
explosives,
movies and
there's
stuff like that. They want
romance,
to
there's
go to a
comedy.
nice romance, a funny thing.
See?
Exactly.
Perfect.
If
Like
people
it.
like nudity, tell them there's nudity. But if they don't, tell them there's none.
Tell them there's none. Yeah. But don't tell them it's Kathy Bates, even though she was nude in one movie.
Yeah, she was.
And she did very well.
the Nicholson movie.
Great.
Yeah.
About Schmidt. Yeah.
She's so great. She's unbelievable.
She was great
Yeah.
in Misery. What a great
Oh,
sociopath.
Misery is fantastic. Yeah.
Was
She's
she a-
bionic. She's bionic. Truly.
Powerhouse.
I'm really going out on a limb saying Misery was fantastic.
Yeah, we really
Look out, I
yeah,
take chances.
Yeah, we're really good. I said the
Great.
Groundlings were funny, and your career is going well. Well, you heard it here, folks.
We ought to get TMZ on the phone and start telling them this stuff.
Yeah.
It's
We're
crazy.
really breaking the fucking. Well, thank you guys. We apologize for this.
Oh, God.
Melissa and Ben, thank you very much.
Very cool
Thank
having
you.
you.
Thank
Thanks.
you,
Thank
guys.
you. All right, bye.
The Opie and Anthony Channel. All Opie, all Anthony, all the time. And only here on Sirius XM.
We should do a montage of the first things we say when these mics go on.
Oh, that would be funny.
Because even after all these years, it's just dumb little noises.
Noises. Ah,
Ba, 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 ba.
How we doing this morning?
Ba, 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 ba. Make sure all the tones are there. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to feel it out.
You're feeling it out. Like,
Get some lows. Get some highs. Get some lows. Get some highs. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
The Opie and Anthony Show is back. The Opie and Anthony Show is back. And better than ever. On Sirius XM.
Back and better than ever. My God. Sounds like a great radio show. Want to thank Melissa McCarthy and Ben Falcone for stopping by for that strange interview. We were kind of rushed.
Yeah.
We didn't really have a lot of time with them because they went late on Howard, I guess. Well, but if we keep a guest late, all hell breaks loose. But
Yeah.
wow, it was still fun.
Oh, yeah.
She's very nice. She's a nice lady.
Yeah, they were both really nice.
They're fucked if they get divorced. Jesus. They came up like together.
But maybe they
One of
won't
those
get
things
divorced.
where-
Maybe it'll last.
Oh, I know. I'm just said if,
Yeah.
Happens. 50%, I think, right? Are we still at that 50%? Everybody says 50% of all married couples get divorced.
No, it's way over that.
It's way over that now?
Yeah, it's at least 60.
Jesus.
Is it really?
Yeah, at least. Look it up, Sam.
Sam Roberts, our man at the computer.
Yeah, more than half at this point.
Or, man is kind of a...
Get divorced.
Sam's the fuckable twink at our computer. No disrespect.
Not taken. No.
I didn't mean to talk about armpit odor the fucking minute they sat down.
Funny. Why not?
No, I'm just saying. I didn't plan on that.
It's so true.
It just happens. She loved it. She thought it was funny. I understood what you're saying, though. You get that... that natural smell there.
So natural.
But the problem is sometimes it just smells horrific.
Oh, you got your stat? Got a stat there? Sam Roberts? Need a mic. Mr. Microphone. There
it is. Yeah, talking to the mic. That's a euphemism, by the way, when I'm putting his head in my lap. I grab that fucking Juan Epstein hair of his. I'm like, I'll show you how to executive kiss.
Executive kiss.
You don't like the idea of that?
That's gruesome.
So creepy.
That is creepy.
There's nothing you can mistake it for. Like nothing else is happening.
Damn.
You don't like a hand in your curly hair and another hand roughly holding you by the kidneys.
Jeez.
Executive kissing. The statistics: 50% of first marriages end in divorce. 67% of second. And 74% of third marriages.
Who the fuck would get married 3 times? That's insanity to me. 2 times is insane.
I think 2 times is insane.
Once you fucking blow it, that's it. That is it.
Yeah, man.
Something you realize not meant for me.
Yes.
I don't believe in love either.
What?
I just think it's lust. Lust, and then it forms into a habit.
No,
like you grow used to it like a habit. So at first it's very lustful, right?
Yeah.
And then you get this whole I'm in love thing, but it's this lustful thing. It's this coveting thing that you get, and then it becomes like this habit. People get used to things. They like being set in their ways, just like, this is the same way to work every morning. It's the same this, the same... And then, you look at that as the same thing. Because if it was actual love, like as it's defined, you'd never get mad at that person. You'd never... Because it was love at first. So then why all of a sudden does it turn into this thing where now you can criticize, get mad, yell, say horrible things? That's not the love thing. What happened? Thank you.
I think there's probably more than one type of relationship, because you've been in relationships where it's habitual.
Yeah.
And then in relationships where you're actually in love.
It doesn't settle in enough to let anything grow and
you know what you have to do, Ant?
And prosper.
What happened?
In order to love somebody, you actually have to let your guard down.
Right.
I've let my guard down plenty of times, and I assumed that I was in love many times, especially in my younger days. And then I realized it can't be love if you're heartbroken when it ends, but then the second you find another girl to fuck, you don't give a shit about that other girl.
A lot of people don't go through
love.
it that way.
That means it wasn't love to begin with.
But that's what a lot of people go through.
You didn't let it settle. It grows.
There are a lot of people.
So does fungus.
If you allow it, it will grow into something pretty damn meaningful.
Why would it have to grow into something that you can all of a sudden not? How come all of a sudden you're in love still, like you were at the beginning when everything's cool, but then now you're yelling at each other, but you're still in love?
It grows from that point, but for some reason you don't allow that.
No, I do. I do, but it grows into something that sucks.
No, it doesn't.
It grows into something that you start yelling at each other and criticizing and picking.
But no, you don't. Yeah, I mean, you get into fights at times, but
fights. You wouldn't get, if it was real love, I say no fighting, just like the beginning.
You have to grow together as people.
What?
Nothing wrong with a good fight.
Right, you got to fight a little bit. Like you fight with your family. You love your family, though.
And then
fight with my family.
And then you're in the doghouse, and then you have makeup sex.
You do get to have makeup
nice.
sex.
I don't like makeup sex because I still hold a resentment, and it fucking doesn't make me feel good. I'm like, no, fuck you.
Well, if you're in love, you probably don't hold on to resentments. If you're holding on to resentments, maybe you're not in love.
Have you ever been in love? For real?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, there you go.
I think no, but the thing is, I thought I was, and I thought I knew what it was. I want to know what love is.
Hey, look.
I want you to show me.
A monologue today.
You want to know what Anthony's in love with?
I can't ask a fucking
Anthony's in love with the bottom of a bottle.
Oh no!
That was dramatic 50s speak.
I heard that.
I don't remember now. Fuck.
Oh no!
Oh, just ask him. Don't be shy.
Oh no!
No, you threw me off.
Oh shit!
So, how quick does it settle into habit?
What?
You said it starts with lust, and then it just becomes a habit.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. You're smart enough to know. Were you or were you not ever in love? You're a smart guy.
I think I was. But I don't think there is really such thing. So whatever it was, I was in that.
I think you're holding back for whatever reason.
No. I don't think so.
What do you mean?
I get it. So you think technically
love has to be.
You were never in love, but neither has anyone else ever been.
Thank you.
It's true. That's just a megalomaniac.
That's right.
Duh.
I don't know.
Give Melissa McCarthy back on.
Wow. Who is that?
Spencer.
Who the fuck is that?
Well, someone you're going to fall in love with.
Yeah,
Are you in love, Anthony?
I think I'm in love.
See, you just fell in love.
You want to smooch with her asshole while she grabs her ankles?
I don't know.
Where are you at now? Are you in a relationship?
I'm not in anything. I'm fucking...
You can come out of a fight, right?
Yeah.
And actually have a stronger relationship.
Oh,
did you know that?
You learn a thing or two, right, Sam?
That's right, you do.
Sammy!
And you improve yourself and watch as your partner improves her or himself.
That's right.
Wow.
Right?
That's right.
Wow.
Thank you for that example.
Thank you, Jim.
Actually, I'm not into that. The fighting thing. I'll have a few. Nothing crazy.
Do you yell when you fight, or do you guys just kind of silently annoy each other?
I'm a little of both, I guess, but it doesn't happen a lot, because that's where I do agree with Anthony. If you're fighting a lot, it's not fucking worth it.
Oh, boy.
Who's more likely to apologize?
Both, really, yeah.
MSNBC?
MSNBC.
If it's fair, if it's 50-50,
no, I think if you're in a good
fair.
relationship, it's pretty equal, the apologizing and all that.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, why not?
I've never fucking gotten an apology in my life.
For real?
I'm always the one, sorry, just to end it. Sorry. To end the fight. Sorry.
But you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, then I resent the shit out of the fact that I had to say sorry.
You got to live in the fight.
Shit. No, end the fight.
Until it gets better.
End it.
Hold on a minute. Let's say hi to Mike in Houston.
Knew
Mike,
this would get the phones lit.
Mike.
Hold on. Houston, we got a problem.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, man. Opie, you're wrong. Fucking makeup sex sucks.
I'm fucking around, stupid.
Whoa.
Dude, my wife puts makeup on me and butt fucks me, and it's horrible.
Oh, say
okay,
makeup sex.
I apologize.
To me,
He
that's,
puts on.
I happen to think that you're wrong, sir. That to me sounds like fun. You never had on a pair of panties and a girl saying, "Take it, bitch," while you wore lipstick? You haven't lived, my friend.
That really happened?
That's lovely.
I would never put on lipstick. Have I ever been told, "Take it, bitch"? You bet I have.
No, I think it's goofy when you say, "Oh, we're gonna have makeup sex now."
Makeup sex.
Yuck.
That's the best. Yeah, because you want to look into the face you were just arguing with and be like, yeah, you know what? You still got the better of me, you fucking bitch.
You both have argument breath, talking breath. There's nothing worse than argument breath.
Argument breath.
But you think you were in love once.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because
do you think you were still?
No, I think I was in whatever people misconceive as love. I was in that.
Were you in lust?
It was, a lot of lust. You throw a lot of lust in it.
I know.
And then you throw in jealousy. It's like a little bit of jealousy, a little shit like that. So then if some other, she's talking to some other guys, then you add in the jealousy factor, and that makes you seem like you really care about this girl more, but it's just that you don't want anyone else to have her. So that's part of this love mixture thing. It's
narcissism. I know who you're talking about.
Call it what you want.
I know who you're talking about, and I think you were in love.
No. It's not anything. I thought I was in love. I get, but
it had all the signs.
But it's one of those. I don't know.
When did you realize you were never in love then?
When I reassessed what I think love is. And I think it's very biological. I think it's very, it's this human condition. I don't think there's this thing where it's like, oh, kismet and magical and fuck. I just think it's, you want, you get, you have, and then after a while, you know.
I think the problem is most people settle because what they're feeling at the time they think is love, but it actually isn't love.
Exactly.
So that's where I do agree with you.
Yeah, but I think that's
you
a lot
gotta take your
of what
time
it is.
with that shit. But after a while, people are like, you know what, this is kind of going well. I think I'm in love, and then you move on and you're stuck.
I think you like turning feelings off.
Nah, I love feelings.
Do you?
No, you're not. You're scared of feelings.
No.
You're absolutely scared of feelings.
Feelings walk around like the ring. They crawl upside down with their legs twisting the wrong way. That's feelings to
You
me.
hear that song, Feelings? Whoa, 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 feelings.
Whoa, 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 feeling.
Think about it.
No, I am being psychoanalyzed on while talking everywhere else, on the phones and everything. But it's just what I think. What I believe, what I've seen over the years, and it's my assumption, my hypotheses.
I think you're afraid to be in love, and so you're turning it off because you're saying, well, that's just some
Sam
weird
Roberts,
biological.
That's not true. I wanted to be in love. Wanted for many years.
But now you're turning it off.
When did you want to be in love?
You were in love with
My
Melinda.
entire life. I did love Melinda.
That's what I was talking about.
But I think that is just a mixture of things.
No,
I don't know. I don't think it's a thing.
No
I think love's a
different
thing.
than eating large quantities of chocolate.
Yes, there you go.
Devil's advocate.
Yes.
But he's technically
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
It is
yeah.
chemically the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's this, I don't know. No, I wanted to for many years, of course. As growing up, ever since I was fucking like 13, 14 years old, you see, oh my God, I want to be in love. I want to love.
Now you don't anymore.
No, now I don't really give a shit because I don't think it's real. I don't think it's a real thing.
If you love yourself too much, I don't think you could fall in love.
Is that what it is?
Absolutely.
I do rule, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's true.
I'm just saying in general, not.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think if you love yourself too much, then it makes it very hard to fall in love.
I don't think
because you're like, she should love me a lot more because I love me.
This fucking bitch should adore
ego
me.
Gets in the way.
I'm like Uday Hussein. Just in love with myself.
Let's say hi to Brad in Ohio. Brad.
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Bradley!
Hey, what's up? I agree with Anthony, man. I've been with the same girl when we first started off. Like, it was like we had this love, and then, like, it became like a routine, and then it was just like lust all of it. And she kind of just one day got up, like, all right, we're friends now, let's leave. And what's funny is that I'm actually on my way down south to see her, discussing about this.
Yeah, but you shouldn't allow all that shit to happen.
Well, no, I understand that, but like,
you know what that stuff is starting to like seep in. You got to make sure you push it back out. Seepage.
Yeah, man, she's very vocal, not very vocal about the relationship first of all, man. Like, and like, it's just like now she wants to say like, all right, let's start over again and be friends and get this love again. And I'm like, fuck that. What happens if 8 years or 9 years from now, like, fucking becomes another routine and we're just like, whatever.
Right.
It's a made up thing.
Well, maybe you weren't in love to begin with. I don't know.
That's true too, and that's what you were saying earlier. Maybe
a lot of people I see it in in my circles. They just end up settling. It's like, yeah, this is kind of good. This is kind of good and comfortable. And hey, man, I'm fucking guilty of it. I stay in a relationship. 5 years too long, probably. I'm trying to do the math real fast. I stayed in a relationship 5 years too long because it was comfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It wasn't miserable. It wasn't miserable, but it wasn't great. It was just comfortable.
Just familiar.
And familiar.
That familiarity, that force of habit almost. People get very complacent. They love routine. Believe it or not, humans aren't these amazing excitement creatures. They love a good routine for the most part.
I fucking hate routines.
And when you have a relationship that gets routine, you really don't want to go through the whole thing of, oh, I gotta fucking do this and that. That's why people stay in jobs for a long time. They really, the thought of, oh, I gotta do this, that, to get somewhere else, it's too much. So a lot of people stay in relationships, call it love, when it's really not. It's a habit.
Well, I agree with you on that, certainly. Let's say hi to Payday in Cleveland. Payday.
Hey, I really don't think Anthony's ever been in love. I mean, he's talking about letting his guard down, and this is coming from a man who walks around his own house armed. I mean,
you know, people do break into houses, people. Anyone that says that is stupid. Someone kicks my door in, and I go, hold on, my gun's upstairs. Shut Anthony, it. It's on my hip, motherfucker.
You getting home invaded is so fucking low, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it never happens. Never happens.
I'm not saying it never happens.
Never happens. Well, there you go. In my neighborhood. How do you know? How the fuck do you know how many homes are robbed in my neighborhood? It happens all the time, people. And let me tell you, if it happens, you'll be the one that's sitting there going, man, I wish I had a gun on my hip. Shut it.
This is Anthony, though. He's like, I don't think love exists. However, there's a good possibility that somebody may break into my house and I need to be armed at all times.
I'm not saying a good possibility. I'm just saying, you know, the odds are you're going to get in your car and not crash, but boy, click that seatbelt on.
It's true.
That's more so because it's the law.
What? No, it's not more so because it's the law. People do it because, you know, it's a safety thing. Why not?
Oh, wow.
Why not?
All right, thank you.
How many boats sink? There's life preservers on it.
We're going to move on to Justin in Oklahoma. Justin.
Just in time.
Oh, no shit. Good one there.
Fucking clever.
What's up, man?
If you don't believe in love, then you certainly can't believe in hate. But I know that you hate a lot of motherfuckers.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, then maybe hate doesn't exist.
Oh, man.
Love and hate.
Hate would be... Yes, the same.
We sound like a bunch of 13-year-old boys after our third Meisterbrow.
Yeah.
You don't love something, you can't hate.
You know, I say if you love something, you set it free, right? And then if it comes back, then something happens.
Yes, but how do you throw racism out the window?
See if it comes back. Oh, it always does.
One news story and...
It was meant to be. I don't know. It's just my thing. You know, I'm not saying it's exactly what it is, but I haven't heard any things that convince me that there's this all wonderful love that people have for each other. I think every relationship starts out as this amazing thing. Amazing! That first few months, holy fuckaroni. It's just mind-boggling. And then, meh. That's why I've taken to not really getting into relationships.
But why hasn't your hate dropped then? to a more comfort
hate
level?
Is just a wonderful. It's a furnace that keeps the generator going.
But your hate is just as strong as day one.
Oh,
so
it really is.
Jesus.
Oh, just wonderful.
Todd in South Carolina. Todd.
Hey, how are you guys this morning?
All right.
I kind of agree with both of you. I think when it comes to love, there's only one true love. That's your parents, your siblings, and then your dog.
Don't forget the love of a child. Shut up.
Sure.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, you love them, even though they make duty on your penis.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, Todd.
Okay, sorry. But Opie made a good point, I think, a few years ago. He said that people now are wearing, colognes and deodorants and all that, so you're not getting the pheromones.
No, what? That's why...
Chemical.
Well, I mean, people laughed at Jimmy when Jimmy says he likes the smell of a woman's pits or whatever, or her natural scent. I think that's really important because I think biologically you're attracted to certain scents and stuff, and maybe that makes more sense as far as nature goes. And we're all tricking each other with these fake scents.
Yep.
You know, there's a few perfumes that I smell, they could be on a fat pig. It drives me nuts because I like that smell.
Right.
And you might be tricked into going pigging even.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So it might be better off for society and human beings to not wear, scents.
Yeah.
And get that natural smell of the individual. Because when you smell a bad one, you know you don't want to be with that person, right?
Oh, yeah.
But if she's wearing some kind of, I don't know, Kim Kardashian scent, you might be tricked.
Well, she tricked me.
Who knows? Who the fuck knows?
It's the great mystery.
Kim Kardashian said she probably smells like money. Am I right or wrong, guys?
Oh, shit.
You don't like dismissive regular guy?
All right, Rob's going to explain this to you, Anthony. Rob in Minnesota.
All right there, Rob.
Rob?
Yes. I think Anthony might be a little childish. Let's just start off with the fact.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Nope.
Stop it. All right.
You stop it now. A relationship starts off with the upward roller coaster. But Anthony, relationships don't remain that way because people get to know each other and things aren't as exciting. That doesn't mean love went away, Anthony. That just means things aren't exciting, little boy with the propeller hat on. So let's.
How does he know I'm wearing my propeller hat today?
Because I've been tweeting photos of you. Of you.
I want to.
Don't talk to me like that, sir. You're being very childish.
Exactly.
Well, I understand what you're saying. I don't agree with it.
No, the bond grows, man. It really.
James? I know. The bond grows, but then you lose something else. It's replaced by something else.
You know what damages the bond, though? One big pair of tits bobbling down the street. Boy, that bond gets slipped off.
Jesus.
Boy,
What a
one
great
pair
description.
of giant fat tits
Bobbling down the
Not
street.
only does that bond break, but I'm looking for like a thing to fill with acid and put her in and throw her body in the Hudson.
Let's see. This guy from Florida. Here's a guy.
Oh,
Brady. What's up, Brady?
Oh, no.
Oh,
boy. Up, guys?
Hey, Brady.
Mister.
Yes?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Mr. Brady.
I am calling from West Palm Beach, where Jim Norton will be July 10th, 11th, and 12th.
That's very
nice.
There.
Go see Jimmy.
Anyway, I wanted to
T-Rex
call
on
to
town.
say I agree completely with Anthony. I've been married for like a year and a half, and I fall in love with every girl that walks by in yoga pants.
I know. How do you resist? Right?
Yeah.
Love
and
that.
I literally
She's
say
a
that
pine
to
cone in her
myself.
pants.
The girl walks by, and you say, "Oh, I fucking love you."
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But that's why I don't do it either, dude, because I'm the same way. It's really hard, and I know I'm just going to wreck it. Like, if it's right, it'll be right, but I'll wreck it if it's... I know I'll ruin it because I'm too... I fall in love too quick with different girls.
Well, I've already wrecked it by cheating on her in the first year, and she wants to work on it.
How'd you cheat? How'd you get caught?
Well, I'm in recovery myself, and had almost 7 years, and went out, and it all started with talking to this girl I used to work with. It was younger, hotter.
Oh boy! Oh, that'll do it. Oh, that'll do it.
But you didn't make the old classic. Oh no! When you go out and cheat, and you come home and your wife's on the couch. And you take your dick and you rub it under her nose and you say, guess what I've been doing?
Oh, that mistake.
No, I resisted that urge.
Guess what I did.
As soon as I checked into a detox, they said, "Oh, you don't need your phone, so why don't you give it to your wife?"
Oh boy!
Oh shit! That's not good.
Yep, there you go.
Wow!
You should have ate the phone right in front of everybody.
Did a reset.
Oh wow! Imagine just spiking it on the floor and smashing it into a bunch of pieces. Ooh, whoopsie!
This phone,
Butterfingers.
Oops.
Wait, dude, why didn't you just passcode lock it?
I'm an idiot.
Oh my god!
Will that even raise his suspicion?
Yeah, Jimmy, Jesus. Should we go, why is it passcode
what do you got
locked?
to hide?
Right.
There's nothing nothing worse than playing the hot potato game when your girlfriend wants to see a picture on your phone or something, and you turn it towards her and go, "Here, look," and you're like, "Please don't text now. Please don't text now."
Jesus.
You got to put it on silent so no texts show up. You're crazy.
Yeah, but the little name shows up. No, you don't get anything.
No banners, no nothing.
Nothing.
Nope. But why would it be with anyone then? You should just fool around.
Well, yeah. That sounds like a good thing to do. You have like a
there's enough gals out there that'll play it your way,
but not a fool around thing. It's just like a hangout thing. Yeah. Like hang out. The second it starts turning into a relationship, it's done.
But if they all know they're just hanging out, then everyone would be better off, and you wouldn't have to fucking stress about it.
Here's the problem, though, with that strategy. Believe it or not. I am kind of fun to hang out with. I know it sounds insane with the throwing around of racial epithets and everything.
You're Mr. Fun.
I'm Mr. Fun.
Ant's a very fun guy.
I like treating
got a Jersey Shore
very
nickname,
nicely, very nicely and stuff like that. And sometimes things get misinterpreted as a relationship. And then,
so why don't you tell them?
But in the old days, here it is. The old Anthony used to say, "Oh yes, okay, great," and then figure out, now how can I lie to keep this going, but but be myself and do hang out with other people. Now I'm very to the point. I don't want a relationship. I don't want to be anyone's boyfriend. I can't do that. I'm not. Oh, well, except you, Jimmy. Our little secret here on the air.
Not so much a secret. We talk about it every day. A couple of Peter pumpers.
But it's one of those situations. You just like you got to be blunt and very honest. But it's like sometimes if you're just nice, people misinterpret this as you're being a boyfriend.
Yeah,
but it's not true. Especially the fatties, he says that. Sir, bravo.
All right, Brady, good job. Let me say,
why did you think we were dating? You didn't throw me down the stairs. Wow.
Let's go to Steve in Iowa. Steve.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Opie.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
Actually, I was going to kind of wait for Jimmy's advice show, but now's a good time. I'm 26 years old, and I've been with the same girl for 4 years, and every fucking person I run into that we know is just pushing for engagement.
All right. Well, just be honest with yourself right now. Do you want to marry her?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes I do.
Are you scared to get married?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, don't do it.
How old are you?
You will
26.
be. You
26,
will be.
He's probably. I think 26 is kind of young these days to get married, especially for a guy. I think.
Yeah.
Because I know guys. I don't know how women think, but
crazy.
26 seems very young to get married.
Don't.
But people do it and it works.
Here's my advice, not to the people that are getting married, because they are like either brainwashed or hypnotized or whatever the fuck. And sometimes it's actual, it's good that they get married. But a lot of times I put the responsibility on the family and friends of guys that are going to marry pieces of shit.
Right.
They have to come forward. It's the most difficult thing to do, to say that perhaps you're not ready to be married, point things out without being like rude or stupid. But sometimes a good friend has to step in, or a brother has to step in. I wish I would have stepped into my brother and told him, I didn't think he should get married, and vice versa. I wish my brother would have told me, "What are you, out of your fucking mind?" It just. But you also don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
so it's really got to be spelt out. I don't know.
A couple things for you, Steve. Don't let anyone pressure you into getting engaged, first of all. And second of all, you can hold them off by, buying them nice things. I was in a relationship where...
Like a cabrio? What was that, a cabrio?
It's like flashing a shiny thing. And everyone's asking about an engagement, and then you buy something nice, and then she forgets about it for a while.
Yeah,
but
there you go.
In my case, the gifts started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then I ran out of gift ideas, and then it was pretty obvious
time
to move on.
along.
After I actually bought a car to get out of getting engaged, and then a Greek cruise.
Ooh.
And then,
you know what they're calling it now?
Up the old dirt canal.
Yeah, exactly.
A Greek cruise, and then when I got
Right,
back,
Anthony.
when I got back from that, I don't know, maybe a month later, it was done. So I ran out of things I could do.
Yeah, man.
You know, Steve. You know, when you want to get married, you just know. Don't listen to anyone's horse shit. That'll fuck you up for life.
Get married. If you don't,
exactly. Don't get pressured into asking just because everyone around you is asking you when you're going to do it.
I think that's why so many people split up, because they just do it for the wrong reason.
Right.
It's like if you don't want to do it, then you shouldn't.
I wouldn't get married more so than Quint wouldn't put on a life jacket again. That is how adamant I am about never getting married again.
We saw what happened to Quentin. That's what happened to you in the divorce.
He walked away with more than I did.
Yes, that's true. George only ate half his stomach.
Well, we just lost Jerry and Ann from Vegas. Who a couple wanted to convince you that love is real. They just told me as I was going over.
Would have loved to have heard it.
Car hit a pole. And go on to heaven together.
Let's go to Birdman. Birdman, what's up?
What's happening, fellas? Anthony, everybody's just jealous of you, brother. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I've been married to the same fucking twat 14, 15 years. You know, but I got a good one, though. At least if you don't bother me and break my balls, I give her plenty of money. But everybody's just jealous of you, buddy. That's what it is.
Jealous of you, buddy. I bet my balls. This guy's great.
Right.
When am I going to come and see you guys?
Whenever you want, Birdman.
How do I fuck it? I gave the guy my information. He never called me or nothing.
You come in whenever you want. Come in tomorrow. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know who had the perfect marriage?
Yeah.
Hitler and Ava.
Sonny von Bülow.
Sonny von Bülow.
Klaus.
Hitler and Ava. It was just long enough.
OJ.
Great honeymoon.
True.
That's
chocolate.
All right, Birdman.
Hey, listen, give me an Xbox.
No.
What?
James in Scotland. Whoa, Scotland checking in.
Hey.
James. Hey.
Why is it that we are the ones who can't seem to find that are all illusioned by the love that Anthony sees the real thing? What he really needs to do is take his propeller hat off, you motherfucker.
Oh, I got to take my propeller hat off. Where's this propeller hat? I actually like one of those. It seemed fun. I like aviation.
Yeah, people say you look stupid in it, but I don't think so.
No one looks smart in a propeller hat.
You really can't look like anything but an idiot.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be scary if you looked up and you're about to have surgery and he's got a propeller hat on? And then
propeller hat and you're out.
Let's go to John in Arkansas.
Propeller hat.
Oh, good morning, guys.
Hey, John.
Hey, Anthony, I want you to know that your hate is safe, because the opposite of love is not hate; it's indifference.
Oh.
If you ever broke up with anybody,
fortune cookie,
and you didn't care afterwards, you probably weren't in love. But if you got hurt and you missed them later on, then you were probably in love with them on some level.
Yeah. I don't know. You could just kind of. I don't know.
I think it's a very small percentage of people that are actually in love out there.
That's true.
That's where
I'll believe.
I will agree with you on that point. Here's Jerry and Ann. Want to convince Anthony love is real. Oh boy, Jerry and Ann in Vegas.
Hey guys, it's actually Terry with a T, but who gives a shit?
Terry and Ann in Vegas.
So I'm with Ann, my girl here. And we're cruising through the desert, and my arm's being twisted. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. No, hey, look, Anthony.
Yeah.
I know where you're at. I've been married twice. All right. And first one ended up with about these stitches in my legs from a psychotic bitch, and the second one ended up costing me a shit ton of money. Now, Ann and I aren't married. We've been together 5 years, but we're not married, and we're fucking happy. I think that may be the key. But
5 years of not being married, you have no say in this whole thing. There's a whole different animal when you're married. It's and 5 years is still, you're still within a pretty safe range, especially if you are very compatible. 5 years is still, you're still in the zone. Some people lose it after, a few months.
But things don't have to change just because you get married.
But they do.
These guys are married. You're married.
No.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Terry and Ann are married.
No.
Exactly. Look,
honestly,
she's been a factor on all my life insurance policies. I mean, she'll be taken care of.
But there's not that legal thing.
Yeah, but you could commit before you even get married.
There's a legal thing. There's also this obligation to family and friends.
There's no obligation. You can get divorced at any moment.
No, I know. Here's what I'm saying. There's an obligation to family and friends to try to stay together. It's an embarrassing thing to get a divorce, so you will stay together.
Not anymore.
I'm not saying.
When we were growing up, when you heard about like a friend of yours that was divorced, it was like, holy fuck.
But
now
still
it's like
something
you
there.
know more people that are divorced than married.
Dude, but there's still something there where you have this guilt thing or this...
what, did it happen to you after you got divorced?
Not after, before I got divorced. When I was thinking about it, the most dread I had wasn't the divorce and everything. It was that I had to go to my friends and family and be like, oh, yeah, I'm getting a divorce. It's embarrassing.
But they all yelled, thank God.
Well, of course they did. But
you were worried for the wrong reason.
There is something there that people will stay together because they're married, whereas if they were just dating or going out or a couple for years, they would have broken up if they weren't married.
Maybe they stayed married for kids, but in general, I think people could get out of it pretty easily, and it's not that big of a deal like it used to be.
I know, but I think in certain cases, a lot of people will stay together just because they're married, whereas they would have broken up a lot quicker, a lot easier just going out.
Well, they probably stay together. Well, yeah, because the divorces will cost them a lot.
Yeah, it's grueling, right?
So that's it. Definitely you might not
it's
be
a stigma. You get like a stigma.
I don't think it's
I
don't think it's the stigma as much.
Not as much.
I think it's you might stay married because of the kids, and you might stay married because holy fuck, it's going to cost me way too much money to get a divorce. But to worry about what people would think if you got divorced, I just don't think that is real anymore. As much, anyways.
I think it's there.
We started off as mutual fuck buddies, and that was
Margaret Cho's coming in today.
What?
Get her right in.
Oh Jesus!
What?
It's a different person.
Oh,
that's not Margaret.
Margaret!
Joe!
That's not Margaret Cho?
Looks like her.
Oh. Is that a bad one to make fun of?
Why? You just you saw a celebrity.
Oh.
Nothing wrong with that, buddy.
Is that a bad one? Why did everyone look away like that was a bad move?
She also looked like Mr. Fuji.
Ixnay.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Oh, he's gone. It's too bad.
He's dead.
I was going to give him an Xbox, and he's gone.
Oh, she hot.
Oh, well.
That'll happen.
This guy's getting married, thinks love is real.
Oh.
John in North Dakota.
Hey, guys.
Hi, John.
Bismarck, North Dakota.
I might be a bit young, but I've been with the same girl for about 5 years. And I think love has got to be a mutual respect between two people.
You could have a mutual respect with people at work.
Yeah, I respect these guys.
Like, a mutual respect with between you and your boss. That's not love.
It's got to be a trust on a level that you've never had with somebody else.
You can trust a business associate. All of these things are just it doesn't define love. Love is this weird feeling thing, and again, when you're at the beginning of a relationship, that to me is what it's supposed to feel like.
Well, that's lust, and then
there's a lot of lust in there.
That lust can certainly turn into love. Which isn't a bad thing.
I don't know what it is.
Would you trust a business associate with every deep, dark secret that you can possibly trust somebody that you want to be with the rest of your life?
Oh. Well,
a lot of people don't even trust their marriage partner. With deep,
a lot of people
secrets.
keep shit to themselves.
Yeah,
even when they are married. I don't think there's this all exposing thing that people do, and here's what happened to me.
I had one that I never told any girl because I was too ashamed.
What's that, Jim?
When I was very young, and I'm embarrassed to say this.
Of course you are.
But I stole jam.
How'd that work out?
I took the jam and I sat in a corner and I ate it.
So embarrassing.
We had no jam.
Wow.
My mother was having friends over for a jam party. They were all going to eat jam.
Had no jam.
No, that's what she called it. But it would be somebody opened up a bag with a bunch of odd-looking toys in it that made vibrating noises.
Oh, jam was a verb.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was some kind of jelly. I forget what it was called, but I ate it. It was terrible.
Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, sir. Hello. That's it.
Before I want to go, I would like to say, hey, thanks, Anthony, for all the right opinions on the gun antics. I gotta say, I love it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You love your guns.
Just, I
love your guns.
I adore my guns.
Let's say hi, but then again, you can't have just one.
No, that's true. I cheat on my guns with other guns.
Let's say hi to Angelo. First chick. We got a chick.
Angela.
Westchester. Angelo.
Yeah, hey, hi, good morning.
Oh, well.
It's Angelo.
I thought we had a chick finally.
Oh, man.
No, Angelo.
Not one woman has called in for this conversation.
Angelo, my paisan.
What's up, Angelo?
They have a different mindset. First and foremost, I cannot agree with Anthony more. And I am the typical got married at age 24, have now been married 20 years.
Ooh.
Got a kid, But I agree with Anthony in that at the beginning, it's all about lust and trying to get down to into the girl's pants, and then you get comfortable enough where you want to spend more time getting down into their pants, and then you got to kind of turn, and eventually that. And this is where the second point was that lust or that passion. That's the word I think everybody's looking for, is the passion starts to wane, and then you become more comfortable without having to want to change. Natural tendency for people is that they want to bond with people, and eventually you bond with one individual that you want to spend the rest of your life with or whatever. But I agree with Anthony. At one point or at some point, you end up being so comfortable and so ingrained in your routine that any change to that would be more devastating than trot along. But I think the issue here is passion. Most people confuse love with passion.
Enough of that word. I hate that word now.
But he's right, though. There's not enough passion.
But it's the passion that keeps you alive. Once that passion...
But we've been saying that. We were just using the word lust.
You need passion.
Maybe it's a mixture of all the stuff. Maybe love is like this big melange of everything like that. A little lust, a little fucking familiarity, some common ground as far as your interests go, just shit like that. And all that put together is defined as love. It's not some kind of a magical thing that connects two people. It's a bunch of stuff. Passion. Maybe that's it.
You'll find it more with women where they want to keep that passion alive, whereas men...
Oh, my God. I am never even going to look at a passion fruit after this call.
Sir, do you have a best girl?
Do I have a best girl?
Yeah.
Except for the ones I see on the internet, no.
So cause I say that when you're out with a girl, part of it is you just want to get down to the nitty gritty.
The nitty gritty.
You don't like that? No.
All right, Angelo, we got to go.
Thank you.
Jesus, we got to say hi to Chris in Indiana. Chris.
Hey there, Chris.
Hey guys, absolutely love your show, man. It's been listening for a long time.
Of course.
I agree.
There's nothing else to listen to. Let's be honest with each other
out there.
What else is there in Indianapolis?
It's not even that impressive anymore. There was a time that was impressive when we actually had real competition.
Now
there's absolutely nothing else to listen to.
Nothing.
Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, anyway.
Sorry.
Well, I think the whole divorce thing he's talking about, it's admitting failure, whether you know it's right or wrong. To be married to that person, when you divorce, you're admitting you failed.
Yes, it is a failure. You're right.
Right.
You must admit to failure.
It's your instinct, so.
See you guys.
It's so much easier to go to your friends and family and stuff and go like, oh, yeah, we broke up. It's like, wow, you've been together so long. Yeah, well, things weren't going well. We broke up. Instead of going like, yeah, I'm going to get a divorce. Whoa, what happened? Whoa, you think about this? Did you think this over?
But don't you know a lot of people that are divorced?
Yes, but that doesn't mean
they still go through that, you think?
That doesn't mean
as
that
much?
I think they do.
Wow.
I think they do.
I think it's more comfortable when you know there's so many other people around you that are divorced.
I think when it's you're still going like, oh, man, I'm a flop.
Gotta go tell your family that, so-and-so or which and what kicked me to the curb.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just lucky in cards. Oh, wait a minute. I think I am. Holy shit. Unlucky in love. Lucky in cards.
You are one.
I am a card. Well, look who's talking, the Joker.
Well, you're the ace of diamonds, clubs, and hearts, and you're certainly not the 3 out of 4 in bed.
Well, speaking of lust,
Sam
leads to our our last story today.
Sam.
You had a little sex romp on a boat. On a boat.
Oh yes.
At LaGuardia Airport. Love boat skipper is docked is the headline. Get it?
Skipper, I get it. Hey, little buddy.
Don't show that was.
Exactly. They're teabagging Mrs. Howell. She hated it. Because Skipper's asshole smelled.
That old bat.
They're calling it the Bruise Cruise.
Why?
Craig Gallo leaves Central Booking with his girlfriend Monday.
Whoops.
That's a weird name for a girl.
That's so stupid.
After he wrecked his boat while allegedly engaged in a three-way with 2 other people.
Ooh.
The story starts off, get your laughing hats on, because this one's going to be terrific. He went from King of Beers to Captain Crunch. That's the first line.
What happened?
The kinky captain who drunkenly crashed his love boat at LaGuardia Airport. How the fuck do you do that?
How do you crash into an airport?
I'll tell you how you do it. Because you stop paying attention because there's 2 mouths on your hog.
That's how much guys love threesomes.
Here's what was happened.
He crashed into an airport.
He had 2 mouths on his hog and he was steering the boat. And then he felt his cheeks separate and a wet finger slip in and he went, ah. And he just looked up at the stars.
And that was it.
Yeah, the boat veered off.
An airport could possibly be the largest, loudest, brightest lit thing in the world.
It's true.
And he crashed into that on a boat.
Yeah. While engaged in a 3-way sex romp over the weekend.
Oh.
Wow.
Won't be taking any other pleasure cruises anytime soon.
Can they just fit in more cliches?
He's been banned from driving on the water as well as on land.
Oh. So if you get a BWI, that counts as like a DWI for your license?
Are they called BWIs?
Shouldn't be. Yeah, boating while intoxicated. If you get one of those, you can't drive?
I guess.
That's fucked up. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, they probably figure that
they took
good for the goose is good for the gander.
I'm reading along here. They took both licenses.
Wow. What about his license to kill? Whoa. How do you lose that one?
And then he's pissed off. He goes, the officer told me it was just going to be my boat license. He sniffed in court. No, both, the judge replied. Judge is not happy.
You gotta fucking appeal that one. That's kind of fucking... One doesn't have anything to do with the other.
Right.
I would think.
See, the story goes, man was fooling around with a pal and a woman they had just met.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Was this a guy and a girl threesome?
Yeah, they're probably pulling a train on her.
2 guys? You make it sound like it's great.
Yeah,
I've done that.
Here we go again. No, I know. We've talked about this in the past.
With a bunch of my friends.
And a million guys will call in and go, it's nothing wrong with it, but...
Yeah.
2 guys
If this boat's a rockin', my ass has a cockin'.
Even if they're not, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. It's just boats.
Because he's with a guy.
Yeah.
The Portland, Andover, New Jersey man was fooling around with a pal and a woman.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, but you don't want it to say in the paper you were fooling around with a pal.
A pal.
And a woman.
Why does that have to be courtly?
You would want it to read him and his pal were fooling around with a woman.
No. Fooling around with a pal.
Fooling around with a pal and a woman.
Wow.
Like the and a woman is an afterthought.
Damn.
Yeah.
They had just met when his 28-foot well-crafted fishing boat crashed around midnight Sunday into a runway.
He crashed into a runway.
Into runway approach lights. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. It's right at the beginning of that runway at LaGuardia. Yep. Damn. I didn't realize they was that close to the water. I knew it was close, but damn.
Look at that.
It's lucky he wasn't killed.
Oh, man.
They admitted he was drinking. I was driving. I had a few beers.
Was he wearing his butt pirate hat? See?
He reeked of booze. Gallo was arrested in 1999 for urinating in public.
I love how they bring those out.
And he refused the breathalyzer test.
Not with his friend there, his pal.
He's got to go to alcohol and drug abuse assessment. He and friend James Beninato, I guess, 60, were boozing it up from 9 p.m. to 11:30 at a tiki bar at the Arrow Yacht Club in College Point when they picked up Mary Ann.
Mary Ann. Interesting.
Yep.
Wow. So they're two guys.
Here's two guys.
It's like, let's just get some fucking broad.
Both Gallo and Balsam, 59. Who's Balsam now? All right, that's the broad. What? So this guy Gallo and Balsam suffered facial injuries.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Were they both going down on the other guy? Why did they get
what happened? Both facial injuries.
Only 2 out of the 3 get facial injuries?
Oh, man. Balls had to be pried from his mouth.
What the fuck?
Yikes.
Yeah, and the other dude wasn't hurt. Photos taken after showed a dozen or so Budweiser beer cans overflowing a bucket.
Budweisers.
And scattered about the boat. I got it. With sheets and clothing strewn about its cabin. So
he must have drifted off course a little bit.
And he's got a girlfriend, by the way. He was in court with his girlfriend.
He had a girlfriend. She don't look none too happy walking in front of him there.
Oh, is that the girlfriend or the other girl?
I wouldn't think he'd be walking out with the other girl, right?
True. Yeah,
it's probably his chick and all pissed off at him.
Got it.
I don't know, honey. I was hammered. It wasn't me. It was my pal.
I had some of that passion.
He picked it up. He picked her up. I was trying to turn away from the runway lights.
Yeah. What am I going to do? The next thing I know, James is down there with her. I want to be rude.
That's
embarrassing.
Not sexy at all, that story.
Steve, the therapist, wants to comment about your relationship issues.
Yes.
I don't think they're issues. It's
my
I just wanted to take a stab at things here.
All right.
Start with your chest.
I guess I walked right into that. So, Anth, I mean, do you have any resentments against your mom for not protecting you from your dad and his temper more?
Oh, God, that must be it. Thanks.
No. It's because you seem to hold women like you're fearful of them, and you like tend to kind of not be very respectful of them.
I love chicks.
You're right.
I love the bitches.
Fake and gay.
No, you got me all wrong.
Okay.
I love girls. Love them. They're fantastical things.
So, how would you?
And hold on, Steve. Aunt's got 2 siblings, and they're married. 2 out of the 3.
No, 1. Joe's not married.
Oh, is he with?
He's with. Yeah.
All right.
Dawn's married.
I apologize.
That's okay.
I thought he was married.
What would you say counts
Oh,
for?
boy, that didn't go well. That was a while ago.
Oh, no, that was the
first
other one.
Yeah,
Right.
He never got married again. I'd never get married again.
Oh, he never got married again?
No.
How do I not know this? I'm an idiot.
No.
I should know this. Anyway, go ahead, Steve.
The rules in any dysfunctional family is don't talk, don't trust, don't feel. And one could easily make the argument that you have a limited capacity or ability to make yourself vulnerable emotionally.
Uh-huh.
Is that a fair statement?
No.
Okay.
I make myself available emotionally a lot, but only not like publicly. like I've been very open with people, you know?
Well, I mean with
girls.
One woman.
Of course.
Let's take a vote of everybody else in the room there. How many people agree with what Ann is saying?
Yeah.
What? I tapped out a while ago.
That he makes himself emotionally vulnerable to women.
I do, though. I've been the sap in many a relationship.
You've put yourself out there?
I put myself out there.
All right.
I've laid it all on the line. Any other cliches you need from me? No. Why does it always have to be a mommy issue, too? The first thing he brings up is a mommy issue. It's like, oh, do you resent your mother for not being there? So, no, it never even fucking crossed my mind.
Anthony,
I had a great time in California with my dad. It was fun till Daddy took the T-Bird away. And then I came out to New York, and it was more fun with my family and friends. And it's still fun.
Okay, all I have to go on is the stories you've shared on the air. And the
what, the dad stories don't sound fun?
No.
Except being called a faggot and pissy-eyed. I'll give you something to cry about.
Is how your father was really, very, very stern and the sitting at the wall.
Anthony, you're my son. Oh. No! Yeah?
Well, all I'm drawing from is what you've put out there. It's not a very good sample size.
It's pretty good, I think. I think it, any kid growing up, especially then, it was kind of a weird thing.
Therapists don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
They go to the flow chart.
That's so stupid.
It's like, we're going to do this.
How do you make a living with this horse shit?
With this psychobabble drivel.
You're as bad as the Long Island Medium. Filled with fucking lies.
A shyster.
You're a shyster. Why do you think you feel that way?
Do you think it's resentment? No, I think it's just because, after being in a relationship for a little while, you don't want to be in it anymore. That's my fucking take.
All right. Actually, I like therapy. I should have shut my mouth, but I guess I don't like you stupid therapists that call the show and think you know us.
Well, all we have to go on is what we hear, which is obvious.
Well, there's a lot more to us than what you hear.
Once you hear a train bearing down on you, go on,
Anthony,
Matt.
Do you still need a DJ for your party?
Why? What are you, a psychiatrist DJ?
Yeah.
I DJ'd for 30 years.
You gotta have
parties and nightclubs.
Did you DJ because your mother, you resented the fact that she played music you didn't want to hear?
Yes, or that your father struck her repeatedly in the skull with the radio?
You needed to take control of the radio.
Yes, because your mother would say, "Can we listen to this?" And your father would go, "No, bitch," and he'd knock the radio off. Right. So now you want to play those songs for your mother?
Is that what it is? Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you, sir.
The offer's good.
I don't need a DJ. I'm just gonna go with the Sonos system and play some music and have fun.
He needs a DJ.
That's it.
All right, guys, I'm punching out. Take it easy.
You punch yourself.
Thanks, Steve. Always a pleasure when you call the Opie and Anthony show.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.
What a fun time.
I would have gave you an Xbox, but...
Oh, you can't give that Xbox.
Well, I mean, they're hanging up a little too fast. How about we clear the lines and give out an Xbox One?
Clear the field. Some men are going to do some drinking.
Today's show. Clear the lines. Is there a tagline for the Xbox One? Sorry.
It's okay.
Now, only $399.
Well, they're trying. This is a tagline for it.
Oh.
West Palm Beach, July 10th through 12th. I don't know why they would put that.
Why would they do that?
San Francisco, August 7 through 9. In Cobbs and Dallas. August 21 through 23 at the Addison.
Oh! Hey, everybody. Xbox One, the best games, the most advanced multiplayer, now starting at just $399. And it's your chance to win one, I guess, huh?
Yeah, Jeff, Tom's River.
Hey, good morning, boys. Yeah, that Sonos system is pretty awesome, isn't it?
Love it.
Yeah, he loves it.
Love it. Yeah.
By the way, you're not winning the Xbox One. For some reason, your phone was on.
Oh, man.
That's, I've been married 20 years, believe in luck. and lust, and a 10-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Right.
Oh, that's disgusting, sir.
And you know what it's like watching?
We all know you can only be with the 2-year-old for